Here we are at Bowen, West Virginia. This is where I was raised. The old schoolhouse used to be right in here, the church house. They might got a park out of it now. This is one of the mountains there. I worked up there, had it all cleaned up, and even plowed up on this hill. Can you imagine anybody plowing on this side of this hill? Plumb to the top, and it's real nice and flat up there on the top. When we was boys, we used to get up and we'd come right down on a wooden sled, and the old barn was up in this holler here, and we'd fly off in there. Wonder if we hadn't got killed. One time Benny, he slid off in there and liked to kill himself. Papa would come by and put the rails up on us. Vesty used to live up this point here. It's fairly flat up after you get up on top of there too. It's not so high though. And the creek, it comes right basically where it always comes. They never changed that to mount anything. It comes down through there. The old bridge used to go across right there, right along in here where the schoolhouse and the church and Uncle Vermont lived. Go ahead down here. It sure changed a lot. Looks like the state has rolled some hay up. Somebody has anyway. You can't hardly see too much for it's growed up so bad. Now we're looking back over to where Fonso and Alf Fibron lived over in there. I can tell by that big high point there where they lived at, you know. Uncle Alf, he lived right on around behind there, right across the top of that little knoll. These hills are not too awful big. They're just straight up. They're not so high though. There's the shelter house. And I think the Bowen Cemetery is right down through there. Well, I used to go down and shoot crows all the time in the cemetery. Wasn't a whole lot of people lived in here, you know, 10, 15 people. I'm coming back up through where we was raised there, right straight across the creek here. I'm going to walk down there in a minute and see if I can pick up where the old house was. And then Uncle Vermont, he had a store right back up in here, closer to the road. As you can see though, it's all growed up, it's a wilderness. Be a creek come out right there where them rocks is. And right down below there was a little slope. We used to bring animals down there to the creek to drink. It's a little bit wider now than what it was back then. That big sycamore right there, you can see the top of it. It looks like it might be a dime. It's about 5 foot through, 4 or 5 foot through. There's a bull ring on the bottom of it. If it's still there, it might be growed over by now. I used to take the horses out there and tie them up and shoe them there. That's where the barn was, off to the right of it. There's so much brush in there you couldn't even see where the house is. I'm going to get down a little closer to see if I can find it. Sure if that's a maple right there or not, but if they are, there's a log chain on it. And the house was sitting right off to the left there. Right along in here someplace it was sitting on there. There's kind of a high ridge. They tore them all down when the government took this. And then there was a big long stretch out through there, and the outhouse was out there. We had an outside outhouse. We didn't have inside. Oh, you grandkids, you just don't know how lucky you are. Oh, we had to go outside to a privy. Look at that mountain there. I used to farm all that. You know, plowed it with a horse. All that. It look like it's impossible, but it's all growed up now. All the way to almost to the top. There's coal mines up there at the top of it. Big rock cliff. I'll scan back around here a little bit. And then we used to come on back around here to the left, right up in this holler here. We used to live up there too, years ago. That place is gone too. Everything's gone. And that's where Vesty went up the hill there to his place.